Hey everyone, this is Klaus from Plant-Based News. I just wanted to let you know about an amazing masterclass by best-selling author John Robbins. Check the link down below to get free access for the next few days. I'm not trying to hustle you for anything, it's completely free. If you know anybody interested in getting healthier, this is like the perfect plant-based nutrition masterclass for them. So check it out in the link below and hope you enjoy this video.
If I could stand on the rooftops and like shout out one food that I want people to eat every day, it would absolutely be beans and other legumes. But beans in particular are like some of the most healthiest foods on the planet. And in America, people are not consuming them. It's really rare that I have a patient say to me oh yeah, I eat beans more than twice a week. People do nothing else but just add beans to their diet, they're gonna see some health improvements. I would bet money on it.
Resistant starches. So any fiber-rich foods, including legumes and grains and fruits, even with bananas with resistant starches, beans with resistant starches, anything with resistant starches are awesome because they escape digestion in the small bowel, they go on into the colon and they become substrate for the gut microbiome, which through thousands of enzymatic reactions produce thousands and thousands of metabolites that are helpful from head down to your toes.
Fiber feeds our gut microbiome, and so with a healthy microbiome that can have an impact on the rest of our bodies, from metabolism to brain health, cardiovascular health, mental health. So it's really important that we maintain a healthy microbiome, and beans and legumes help us do that. It's also a good source of protein, and as you age, you need more protein in your diet. I know we're all obsessed with protein in the Western culture and we're consuming far too much of it, but as you age, you do need an adequate amount of protein. So beans is a great source and my preferred source of proteins.
So the top foods for longevity, greens, trying to get 4 to 6 servings of greens in your diet every single day. And they can be included in lots of different ways, through green smoothies, through blending and adding them to soups and stews, through salads. And within the greens family, I think adding sprouts in that family is really beneficial. Broccoli sprouts are shown to have more nutrients and phytochemicals than just broccoli alone. And so at our home, we actually grow some of these sprouts in our house and we add them into everything. The second would be things like dark berries. Research shows that the darker the food, the more nutrient dense. So the darker berries like blackberries and blueberries, strawberries are delicious, and raspberries. Then things like onions, garlic, ginger, and turmeric are tremendous spices that have more than 1,000 scientific articles to show the benefit. So we always try to add those in. We cook on a bed of onions. We slice in ginger when we can. I love to make a ginger, turmeric, cinnamon tea that I have every day, which is really powerful. And the last, I guess, that I would add is cruciferous family, which is broccoli. Purple cauliflower is healthier than white cauliflower. So adding the darker colors, and even purple potatoes are far healthier than a regular potato. So we're always looking to go to the darker colored vegetables, even in the potato family.
Foods for longevity, you always have to start with greens, right? So greens are going to dilate your vessels, they're going to help fight off cancer, they're phenomenal. I'm going to look next at berries, right? Berries are going to be shown to be strong antioxidants, they're going to help lower blood pressure, they're also going to help fight off disease. You can't beat berries, they're low in sugar too as well. Tremendous, all of them, any of them, just go at it, completely.
Okay, so when it comes to eating a diet that promotes longevity, again, we're looking for nutrient-dense foods. So the foods that we like to put into our quote-unquote green light category that not only work wonders for chronic disease reversal, but actually do promote longevity are, number one, first and foremost, fruits of any shape, of any color, of any size.
Number 2 is starchy vegetables. That includes potatoes, butternut squash, yams. People living with diabetes think they should completely avoid, but no, those are on our green light list in abundance when they're eaten in a whole form.
The third group of foods that we're going to put in that category are legumes. Beans, lentils, and peas. These are some of the most nutrient-dense foods ever discovered by humans, and they will always be the most nutrient-dense foods around. And there is some compelling research to show people who eat diets containing lots of legumes actually can promote increases in longevity.
Number 4 is intact whole grains. Whole grains have been demonstrated over and over and over again in epidemiological studies to be beneficial for long-term health. We support them. The key here is intact. Try and eat them as unprocessed as possible.
And the fifth category would be green leafy vegetables. The more greens you can eat, the more leaves you can put into your mouth, the longer you will live on this planet.
If I had to pick one food, it would be lentils. Like any lentil, anytime. It's a bean, so you get all the magical components of, it's not magic, it's science, but still, you get all the magical components of beans, all the fiber and the good nutrients and micronutrients. The macronutrient profile is great, but maybe even more than that, they're so easy to make, so there's no excuse. It's the ultimate fast food. I don't have time to eat healthy. It's like, really? You can't boil water and have 10 minutes for some lentils? Like the best food ever?
One of the traditional foods that's my favorite is millet. So I love to cook millet, for example, for breakfast. You know, as you cook oatmeal, you cook millet the same way and eat it with fruit and nuts. Another good recipe with millet is to use it as rice for lunch with mushrooms and spinach and bell peppers and tomatoes. Millet is a whole grain that's gluten-free. It's very nutritious and it's one of my most favorites in terms of taste.
I'm going to go old school and say an apple. An apple a day does really keep the doctor away. It's super high in fiber, it has lots of polyphenols like quercetin, and it's actually really low in sugar compared to most fruits. So it's kind of win-win-win. Put that with a little bit of peanut butter and my life is complete.